They were told they were free, but the next day, they were still picking cotton, still calling white men master, and now they were being charged for the dirt beneath their feet. After slavery was abolished, millions of freed people in the American South had no land, no savings, and no protection. And that's exactly how the system wanted it. With nowhere to go, the only offer on the table came from the same men who used to own them. They called it sharecropping. But it wasn't a job. It was a trap. They rented the land. They rented the cabin. They even rented the tools. All from the same man who had once owned their body and labor. They worked from sunrise to sundown, plowing, planting, picking, sweating. And at the end of the season, the landowner did the math. Somehow, they always owed more than they earned. Debts were added, interest was charged. And with no receipts, no contracts, and no legal rights, there was nothing they could do. And it didn't stop there. In many counties, black families were charged rent just to live near white towns. If they couldn't pay it, they were arrested, charged with vagrancy, and then leased back out to the state to work in chain gangs, coal mines, railroads, and factories. All legal, all profitable. Thanks to the 13th Amendment loophole, some plantation owners made more money from sharecropping than they did from slavery. No food to provide, no shelter to maintain, just rent, rules, and endless debt. One real contract read, "You will be paid what's left after rent, seed, tools, feed, and cotton ginning." And most times, there was nothing left. By 1900, over 75% of black families in the South didn't own land. Most were still tenant farmers, still living in cabins they didn't own, still trapped in poverty on soil soaked in blood. Some were buried owing rent, on the same land where their grandparents were enslaved. And here's the part that should haunt you. Many of those plantations still exist. Some were passed down through white families. Others became tourist attractions, plantation-themed resorts, or wedding venues. People drink champagne on porches built by the enslaved. They throw rice on fields watered by blood. They smile for photos in the shadow of trauma. It's history, still standing, still profiting. They called it freedom, but for millions it was just a different kind of chain. And for some, those chains never really came off.